Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be what is coming towards you. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi Group 1. So the phrase I heard for this group was building a legacy and creating and building something of very high value. I think that also pertains to you, to your journey, your spiritual journey, your path of becoming. I'm also hearing like deer could be a spirit animal for you, and also blue jays. You may want to search the spiritual meaning of those two animals, but I'm hearing like something about things being long lasting, discerning or deciphering what is a temptation with this devil, something that is alluring or attractive to the ego versus what nourishes your soul and will be long lasting. I also see a long lasting spiritual union here as well. So this theme could be like a relationship legacy or family legacy, or there's something around a connection that ties into this legacy. Because I'm hearing home and hearth and having something really beautiful and long lasting. Yeah, but there's definitely, I keep hearing with this card, like discernment or caution around what you're giving energy to and what stays and what goes. So I feel what's coming towards you is I see you building something really long lasting, especially around career, finances, a particular dream with this star, but also a long lasting union or family or home life as well. But there is a caution here around discernment and being clear around what you're taking with you and what you're leaving behind. So you could be in a phase right now where you're shedding, because I'm getting shedding, purification, letting go. If certain people and situations and energies are leaving your life, it's because it doesn't match this frequency. And I feel like, because I feel like there could be energies or people, situations that would derail your progress, or they're just simply not in alignment with who you're becoming or the next phase of your journey. And it's almost like it has to be shed now to make room for this, or to create as well. I just heard more peace and harmony in your life and in your world. I feel for some of you with the Star, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Coins, you have some sort of destiny or mission that's really important. I'm getting like soul mission, legacy, sharing. You could be sharing wisdom, teaching something. There's something about passing information. I just heard golden wisdom onto, different generations, or almost being I just looked down and I saw way shower, being like a way shower, or being someone that illuminates the truth to others, or through your embodiment, how you're living and moving through the world, you're guiding others in their path of becoming. I keep hearing for this group, don't give up. Like I'm hearing that song, Don't Give Up, with Kate Bush, and I think it's Peter Gabriel. But there's a sense of, but again, when you look at that film clip, you see a union between, well, it doesn't have to be a union, but it seems like a union where both are supporting and nourishing each other with unconditional love. There's a significant connection here, whether romantic or platonic. I see that very strongly. For some of you, I do feel this is romantic, or it could be like a family. There's just a really strong energy around staying the course when it comes to what's waiting for you and what you know in your soul is right for you. You may see repeating tens. We have 19, 10, we have 10 of cups, and repeating fives with the 5 of swords, 5 of cups. I definitely feel the 9 of wands and queen of swords, discernment, but you may be cutting and clearing a lot of energy out of your life in preparation for this, or so that the next steps on your spiritual path can unfold. Yeah, like you may be feeling right now like a lot of things are falling down. And I know we've just been through an eclipse as well. It's that energy of like shedding the old, purification, letting go, surrender to make way for the new. And when you look at these, when I think of a deer and then I'm looking at this like baby lamb, I think of like vulnerability, tenderness. I'm hearing be cautious of those energies that will kind of seek to kind of crush that gentle unfolding within you, your heart space, your love, your compassion. It's like, I just feel like you're going to reach a point where you just sail past these energies. I don't know if this is a person or these are people or situations that are either present in your I almost said in your life, but it could be in your past, and you're clearing it from your energy field. So for some of you, this letting go process could have occurred already in terms of setting boundaries, but there's still some residue. Because with the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups, can you see in both these depictions, this woman has their face in their hand, and they're grieving, they're crying. There could be some emotional release as well that you're called to kind of purge and undertake before being open to this new energy. Okay, and when I kept saying like hold the vision, can you see how this woman's eyes are closed but she's focused? I'm hearing don't allow the external world or what you see in physical reality to determine what you do moving forward. It's like the path is inscribed on your heart space and in your soul. And it's like this star is guiding you. But again, there could be some rocky waters. I do feel some of you have already moved through that, or you're at the tail end. I also am hearing you're coming out of one cycle and entering a new one. And that's what's coming towards you. It's like this new cycle. There's emotional fulfillment. There's balance. There's love. There's support. There's abundance, success, the things you've been seeking in the past or in former cycles, or I'm hearing former versions of yourself. It's like now things are finally coming to fruition, or you feel like, I just heard lessons hard won. There's a sense that you may have had to really gain or garner this wisdom in conditions that were quite harsh. And now it's like they're showing me honey, where things are like, it just has a sweet like honey, or like there's a sense of, you know, when you think of like milk and honey, it's like really soothing and nurturing, like nourishing. That's what I feel here, like home. I keep hearing as well, home and hearth. So this could apply again to a connection, a family situation, even like a home environment. But there's some sort of link here with what you're doing in regards to your mission, your purpose, what you want to create in the world. Yeah, Septarian nodules. Septarian nodules, way shower. It's funny that I just flinched like that. Shake up the system, cellular upgrades. There's shake-ups in general, energetically, because what they're showing me is an old version of you or an old version of your life has to fall away completely for this new cycle to emerge. But with cellular upgrades as well, I keep hearing purging and purification. Like there's a lot of energies that are being purified or coming up through you. And I'm hearing as well, don't resist the process, because where you're going is really beautiful. And again, like when I look at this Mookaite crystal, I always think obviously of an egg because it kind of resembles that, but it's like an egg ready to hatch. There's something that's hatching, or you're giving birth to or embodying new consciousness within yourself that creates this effect and outcome. Yeah, you are this diamond is what I'm hearing, and you've been created through these trials and these tribulations and lessons. Resurrection, commitment, purification, devotion. So there we have purification showing up as well. I'm hearing that song. It's an older song, Let Her Cry. I think it's by Hootie and the Blowfish. And it's like, let her cry, the tears stream down her face. Let her weep if it eases all the pain. I don't know if these lyrics are 100%. Let her go, let her walk right out on me. And if the sun comes up tomorrow, let her be. I don't know, something like that. Maybe search the lyrics, but there's definite emotional release. Don't be afraid to grieve, to cry, because it's like you're taking the lesson. Like now you're the diamond, you have the wisdom, you've embodied this consciousness, but the specifics, you know, the who, the what, what they said, what they did, what happened. You're not taking that with you. Yeah. And we have storm. It's okay to feel it all. Cleanse, collapse of the old, realignment. You're being aligned to a much higher timeline where the physical world and circumstances are going to better resemble you and your intentions, who you are, how you show up in the world, what feels good for you. Look, you keep having repeating, like double-digit repeating numbers. You have cosmic circles, create sacred space, embrace unlimited possibilities. Yeah, it's like you're cutting away, I just heard like dead debris to make way for new life. But look here, you have like this orbit of light in both these cards and depictions. But I feel like this is your energy field. You're radiating a very different energy, but there's also a level of protection because of the light and the frequency you're embodying. But it's like you had to create this space to allow in the new, or to allow in a very different experience of life. You may feel with this as well, we saw cellular upgrades, like you may be feeling really different. I don't know how to explain it, like in your body, in your physical form, or in how you move through the world. Like they're showing me someone that's like an orb of light. Like you may feel like you are energy, right, at the core, but you may literally feel like you're just energy. I know that sounds trippy, but that's what I'm getting. You have synergy. Number 41, the frequency of synergy. Oh, I also notice now you have 555 on the table. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. What did I say about the egg about to hatch? You're giving birth to a new reality and a new level of consciousness. But this card sitting above the devil, it's like discernment with who and what you connect your energy to, because it will have a very different effect on what comes into your life and your reality. And I feel it's like if you, for example, you come into connection with the devil, which for me is, fear-based consciousness, or someone that perhaps has toxic traits or lower vibrational patterns, that's going to drag you or affect you and bring you to that level, versus the 10 of Cups, where it brings out, this emotional fulfillment and well-being. Look, you literally have discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So you have the wisdom. I just heard from trusting, I don't want to say the wrong people, but trusting, people who were lessons to turn you into this diamond, essentially. And with that 5 of Cups, it's like you may still have a little bit of grieving or emotional release to do around that, but there's those 2 cups sitting behind waiting for you. Yeah, look, you have the 10 of Cups, and then you have 38, master number 11, the promise, soulmates, attraction, partnership. For many of you, if you have not met someone already, this is a really significant partnership and soul connection, you may have met a lot of karmic connections or people that were preparing you for this union, where you had to kind of really dig deep or process a lot of energies or emotions so you could step into a vibration where you could attract this in. But I'm getting like this energy. This is really beautiful. And again, if you don't want a romantic connection, it could be like a soulmate that shows up in the form of a very close friendship, or even like a collaboration, a business partnership. But I'm just getting in general, like it's like, I keep hearing, keep holding on. It's like, keep your vision set. Because right now, I feel for some of you, your life may look a little messy or uncertain, or you're not sure what's coming in or how it's going to come in, or how, how things are going to unfold. And it's like Spirit really wants you to know, like, this is your outcome. This is where you're heading. But it requires you to trust yourself and not your physical side. Like, this woman is relying on a spiritual vision, not the physical world to tell her what's happening. And it's funny, your last card, is third eye portal, vision, clairvoyance, and clarity, confusion. Don't allow the noise and confusion in the world to distract you from what your heart is telling you. Again, I'm getting like this orbit type energy. I feel like there's this orbit. This could also be like your manifestation and what you're creating, but I also feel like it's your energy field that's very protected. But can you see here? We have 38, 39, you have 19, 20, like step-by-step progression. You are being guided, even if at times it doesn't feel that way or you're uncertain of how to progress. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. So for those of you drawn to this card, I'm getting this sense, I don't know if it's just because of the eclipse, but there's definitely an energy of letting go, you know, things falling away. You're being prepared, I'm hearing as well, for your divine plan. Now, I feel as though it's like there's a lot of change and transformation ahead of you. And what I'm seeing, and again, it's aligning, what is coming towards you is you being aligned with your divine path, your soul's blueprint. But there's this period potentially of a lot clearing or falling away, especially right now, prior to that, especially with this Tower and the Ten of Swords. I'm also hearing don't hold on to anything. There is a message here of not being attached to what is leaving your life, because again, I feel like there could be a period of upheaval while this is happening. But again, it's beautiful in the sense that it is preparing you for a new realm is what I'm hearing as well, a new foundation. You're coming into your personal power as well. And I feel like there is going to be a lot of magic in this new cycle and this new chapter, but I just keep hearing messy transition. Like it may feel as though stepping into this energy is quite messy or confusing, or it just may not feel the best as you move through it. Yeah, with Magician, I keep hearing like there's some sort of magic that you are creating or that is being created through you by your soul to align your path and to align your journey. But it's like for that to come into fruition, it's like the old has to break down. There has to be sometimes a period of decay in our life where old energies, old cycles, old ways of thinking and being fall away first. And that's what I'm seeing with the Tower and the Ten of Swords. But I'm hearing like just trust the process and don't feel as though this will be permanent. You also have here Star Elders, signs and symbols, divine blueprints, a mentee. What I'm hearing as well is you are being supported by light beings, spiritual beings. I'm hearing your spiritual team, for some of you, ascended masters, to help you step with the Emperor. I feel for many of you, you're here to play a pivotal role in, I'm hearing, awakening humanity, or awakening humanity and bringing more light to this earth in whatever way resonates with you individually, because it will vary. But again, we see here divine blueprints. So there's something that you're about to do or create that was a part of your soul's blueprint, that was a part of your calling. And I feel like the divine is supporting you with and in this process as you step into it. But it is going to require a level of faith and trust, because I do feel for some of you it may very well, you know, be outside your comfort zone, or you may be feeling, yeah, because I'm seeing someone literally I'm getting the full energy, taking a leap of faith. I feel like there's something that Spirit is going to nudge you, and it may not be right now while all of this is closing out, but soon is what I'm hearing. And the things that are falling away are designed to clear your path so you can live out this blueprint, so you can fulfill your mission, so you can move in this direction. You also have abundance, raising your vibration, light missions, Ra activations, again, confirmation. Many of you are light workers and you're here to bring in this light or seed this light. You have a mentee and Ra activations. There's a connection here to ancient Egypt, and that there could be an incarnation or lifetime in ancient Egypt that's significant to what you do now or the wisdom that you're bringing through now. I just heard as well, becoming light. It's like you may be in this process of shedding when I look at wings, blood and bone, it's like you're not literally shedding your physical body, but it's like the way you embody your energy is changing. There is a little bit of an overlap between group 1 and group 2. So if you're drawn to that, you may want to watch both. But it's like, how do I say? It's like moving through the world, and technically you're in a body, but it's like you move as a light being. If that makes, like, there's not much, the density of your experience as a being is shifting. It's like you recognize yourself as light, and it's almost like you move and operate as the light that you are rather than a physical being. You may also notice through this transition, like with raising your vibration, this is obviously a process of ascension and awakening, and there's a lot that's going to fall away. I'm hearing as well, even your preferences, because you have this new awakened vision of yourself as light, and you may have had that awareness for some time, but it's like you're really embodying that energy. You may notice like you're not as drawn to things that once interest you or captivated you in the physical world, like old hobbies or the things you used to watch or consume. They may just not, I don't know, they may not speak to you the way it once did. And it's like you're better able to kind of leave certain things behind because the desire or the longing was coming from the physical form, from the ego rather than the soul. And it's like you are learning or capable of distinguishing what you're really here to do at a soul level, what actually matters versus the extraneous noise. But with the Emperor, many of you are here to lead others, to guide others, or be a lighthouse for others. And it's like your divine inspiration and energy is really needed in and on this world. We have Tree of Life, Circles of Life, Clear Energies, Channel. Some of you may have a gift for channeling as well, or there may be something that you channel, that you bring into the physical. And look, you have 1010 confirmation as well. You've definitely, I feel like for this group, you've ascended or raised your vibration very rapidly. And so it may be triggering, I'm hearing the physical world may not have caught up with where you're at right now, but it's in that you're in the process of getting there. And there's something about your light body activation. Like they keep showing me your light body. So there's activations happening. You may be noticing like more energy flowing, or the sensation within your energy field is changing. The way, again, I keep hearing you feel less dense, or I don't know how to explain this. It's like you kind of move through the world as an energy bubble. And it's funny, look at your next card. You have Divine Blueprint twice because you had it here as well. Source, self-embodiment, inspiration, you are ready, sitting above the Emperor. And look at the light body and the light streaming through. I feel like the Divine and your spirit team are working with you by I'm seeing someone's energy field or light body, yes, being activated, but it's like it's being flooded with white light to cleanse and clear certain energies and vibrations. I'm hearing like there's certain frequencies that can't come with you, frequencies within your consciousness. These could be energies you've absorbed from other people, different locations. And it's like those vibrations can't come as you step into this role. It's like you're about to fully step into your soul's mission, your soul's blueprint. You've been following it this entire time, but maybe you're in a passage of becoming. Whereas now it's like, okay, like front and center, I'm ready to go. I keep seeing white light as well, just white. And this could be a meditation as well that you do where you're kind of channeling light or using source energy to clear your system, clear your energy field. You're going to notice a lot more energy flow through the body and through your physical form. Liberation, power, fulfillment, self-attainment. Yeah, and it's like you're 100% stepping into your full power, but look at the radiance of your energy here. Look at the light illuminating. There's expansion in your aura, your energy field. But with the Seven of Cups, I'm hearing it's like having clarity in terms of which cup nourishes the soul. Not giving energy to people or situations that, yes, are toxic, but that, I don't know how to explain it, that bring... that lower your vibration, not even just people and situations, but even thought patterns, what you're consuming, what you're watching. It's like purifying your energy field, but you're purifying potentially your environment as well. I'm hearing like getting clear on what serves you and what doesn't. You may be seeing repeating 5s and 10s as well. Yeah, there's a lot of shifts happening, but it's designed to bring you into the fullness of who you are. It's almost like certain limitations, even attachments within your mind and your consciousness have to be shed to enable this light to illuminate or radiate fully. Because they're showing me certain energetic blocks or pockets of energy and consciousness that are being flushed away and cleared away. And look, you have attachment, accumulation, defensiveness, scarcity, and the fact, I'm going to place it on the 4 of Pentacles because for me, they're very similar energies. So there is a message here of not being attached to anything. There could be some healing as well around lack mentality with scarcity because we have abundance here. So you're about to come into a lot more abundance. You have a lot of financial flow coming toward you as you step and fulfill your mission. But there could be not blocks, but beliefs or barriers internally that could affect that flow, right? What I'm also getting as you're transitioning, as you're in this phase right now, it could be that your finances aren't flowing as well as you would hope, or you may have some fear like, oh, is money going to come in? Am I going to be supported? Am I going to be okay? And Spirit is confirming that you will. You also have here change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Again, with the Tower, don't hold on to anything. You're going through huge change, expansion, transformation. And I feel like for your mind, the amount of change happening rapidly could be quite frightening to the ego. But with that rose as well, I'm getting like the energy of coming into full bloom, allowing yourself to really bloom and blossom and expand. And that's what's happening in your awareness and your consciousness. But I'm hearing, don't hold on. I just keep hearing for you, don't hold on to anything. It's like what's meant for you and what's going to come with you. Like obviously you're not going to shed everything, but what's meant for you and is coming with you, you know, you don't have to worry about. That will naturally occur. That will be part of your path. But there's a need to not try to control the process or control the flow. You also have magic. So we have the frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation, and it sits above the 10 of Swords. So again, you are working with the mental body. With group 1, I felt like it was more healing around the emotional body. For this group, it's healing around the mental body, belief systems, anything that limits you or makes you feel as though you can't fulfill this mission. Because I am hearing for some of you, where was the word? We have grand and profound as we can imagine. So especially with that Emperor, I feel like your purpose may be quite daunting, again, to your ego or your mind. There may be fear or hesitation about whether you can fulfill it, whether you'll be supported through it, especially changing your mindset. I just saw 1313 on the timer, changing your mindset around abundance. I also keep seeing the number 4 for you, which for me is around foundations and grounding. But there's just this sense of really having faith and trusting the divine to support and guide you as you move through this process. And it's like magic is happening, especially, but right now the magic may be within you, within your energy field, and it hasn't yet materialized as, you know, blessings, opportunities, abundance, connections in the physical. But I feel like you're about to step into that. It's just a matter of timing and allowing space, I'm hearing, for your becoming, or space for the energy to really start to flow and build momentum. And again, it's like your energy field has to be purified to channel this. For some of you, could literally be channeling like a a foundation or business idea. It could be a book. It could be you literally working as a channel and sharing and bringing light through what you're channeling, the information or the wisdom you're channeling. There's something though around making sure that channel is clear or pure so that you can show up in your highest version of yourself. And obviously, as we kind of ascend and step into that higher self embodiment, there will be many cycles of transformation, growth, letting go, surrender. And I feel right now, this shift for you could be, I feel for this group, you've been through many different cycles of growth and ascension, but this could potentially be the biggest or the most daunting in the sense that it's a big, I kept hearing for you, leap of faith. So it could be a big leap into this new frequency. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. So for those of you drawn to this card, I heard be patient with yourself and your transformation and your spiritual progress. I feel for some of you, I see some sort of shadow work here with death or a process of confronting energies that have been repressed, right? That have been, I'm hearing holding you back in a sense. What I'm seeing with this King of Wands, right? Many of you have some sort of vision or manifestation you're trying to bring into form, right? Or something you want to create with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, something you want to create in your life. But what they're showing me is there's this need to fully heal and recognize aspects of your shadow and your own consciousness. And as that energy is liberated and integrated, then it's like you get that green light. So there's a need right now to be patient for what you're moving towards. Now, I feel like a lot of you may be fire signs because your energy is really speedy, like very passionate, inspired, just really, how would I say, just very exciting. You may also be like very free thinking, creative, and that also creates like a very fast mind, very sharp. We do have Scorpio here with the Death card. I also feel like I'm getting Leo energy very strong, but your spirit animals could be like a tiger or a lion. I'm seeing like big cats or cats in general. Yeah, so there's a sense of mastering yourself so you can master your craft or your vision or your manifestation. And even if we're thinking and speaking about, for example, alchemy, to become a powerful alchemist, you have to master yourself, right? You have to master your energy field, your thoughts, your feelings. That's what I'm getting. It's like at this point in the journey, what's coming towards you is greater self-mastery that then manifests and is reflected in the physical as a manifestation of your dream, essentially. And it's like something is coming, but it may not look that way on the surface. And I'm hearing it's like you're going to be more so in the flow state, right? In that divine feminine receptive energy. Again, some of you may innately resonate with being like a go-getter or having a lot of like mental energy, sharp focus, making it happen, which is needed, the action component. But right now it's like you're dropping into the kind of self-reflection, self-analysis, and clearing of energies with death, because I'm hearing there's aspects of self that have to be released first before this manifestation can come in. And I feel for some of you, the message of patience is coming in as well, because I feel like you've extended a lot of hard work, and it may seem on the surface like, have I done the right thing? Is this even coming? Am I ever going to get there? Am I ever going to achieve this? That's the energy. And I feel like the message is yes, but there is a need to be patient. And look, your first card, we have Obsidian, Shadow Mirror, Deep Healing, Understanding, Seer. So again, some of you, I keep hearing you're visionaries, but you could literally have clairvoyance as well. But there's deep shadow work happening. There's a purging or purification happening within your subconscious mind, but also pockets of yourself that you may not have been aware of, especially around, there's some sort of belief system here around, I need to make things happen, right? Rather than, I don't know why, look at the eights, 8, 8, 8, like next to each other. So that could be a number you're seeing. Some of you could really be hustling when it comes to your careers, your finances, but there needs to be more surrender with it, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and it's like there's this belief pattern, right, of needing to make things happen rather than alignment. Now, there's some truth to that, because you do need to take action. There's no point aligning to an energy and, you know, you have a dream of being a writer, but then you never write anything. Like, obviously, if you go to either extreme, you're out of balance. But it's about finding that balance between that King and Queen of Wands, where there's the receptivity. And that's what I see you doing. It's like you're balancing out the masculine and feminine elements of your energy. And balancing, I just heard as well, time out in the sun, which for me can indicate, for example, extroversion, you know, being kind of making your energy seen or being in the light, versus time in the shadows where we're meditating in solitude, you know, doing shadow work, self-analysis. And that's where I feel like you may be right now. But I keep hearing, be patient. For some of you, you are manifesting tremendous amounts of wealth and success. But this happens first. And you have crystal grid focus, create with intent, King of Wands. See, this is, I feel like you've mastered this aspect of energy control, and not energy control, but your focus in terms of your vision, taking action. But it's like right now you're doing some of this, I'm hearing, work in the underworld or the shadow realm, right? The unconscious first. And it's like what happens when you release, when you heal the shadow, that consciousness, that energy that was stuck or, you know, repressed, is now liberated, which means your energy field starts to expand. You have more energy that you can utilize in pursuit of your goals and manifestations. So it's like you're setting free parts of yourself, or you're shedding parts of your identity that, I don't want to say they blocked the energy flow, but perhaps they didn't allow the energy to flow freely, or to the degree that you would want it or need it to flow in order to create this. Look, you have another 8. The last cloak. Release old identities, magnificence realized. Okay, for some of you, again, manifesting tremendous abundance from something you're creating. And it's, Spirit keeps saying you've manifested this, or this is a manifestation that will be coming in because of your actions and effort. But for some of you, you may resonate with, well, I've already done shadow work. But with the last cloak, this could be the last. I'm not saying you won't have periods in the future where you may need to do some healing work, like growth is ongoing. But I feel like when it comes to really, look at the black here, you know, when it comes to really dense energies, this could be your last run around with kind of liberating some of this shadow and transmuting it. But there's a version of yourself or a limiting belief system with old identity here that has to be shed to enable you to step into your victory. And it's like you are moving towards success, but this happens first with the Ace of Wands, because it's like then you can see yourself very clearly in your highest version. But you're also, what you're doing is you're shedding. When I look at this cloak, I think of conditioning, right? The personality self or the ego. Some of you may be going through almost, I'm hearing shadow work, but there could be a bit of an ego death here, where you're shedding an old conception or belief system about yourself so that you can step into this new energy. And it's like this new version of yourself, you see yourself as, well, we have magnificent, but it's like you see yourself as divine. You live as that divine self. And look, you have divine feminine. Receive your birthright, unconditional love, sitting above death. But this is the energy. Can you see this receptive, beautiful energy? And the eyes are closed here. There's still the vision. There's the illumination around the third eye, but there's surrender and there's trust. I feel like for this group, you have a really active third eye and crown chakra. Part of why you may have a lot of ideas or, you know, have a lot of things on the go is because you receive so many downloads from Spirit. Because I'm seeing someone just bombarded with, like, it could be creative ideas, business ideas, insights, wisdom, knowledge, like everything just seems to flow through you and to you. But it's like taking that time out right now is going to help you progress further. Look, emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, rebalancing. And look at all the water. So it's again, rebalancing your energy, rebalancing give and take, how much time you spend pursuing something, taking action versus surrendering and going within. Balancing masculine and feminine polarities as well. Because for me, this card represents more divine masculine energy. And again, this is not relevant to gender. Just in general, we have a balance of both energies, but it's like you're kind of flowing more so into the feminine right now. And with flowing, it's like when we strive too much for a particular goal, when we're not surrendered, we can't receive the outcome. Our energy is not open. So it's like you're working with your energies and frequency so that you are open for what wants to come in and what's meant for you. There's a sense of, I just heard trust and faith as well. Sometimes when we're working hard towards something or we feel, it ties into the belief I said earlier, there's a belief here around you feeling like it has to be achieved on your, maybe on your own, because that's what I almost said, but it's like you have to make it happen. But it's a co-creative process, right? It's changing that belief to, yes, I need to take inspired action when guided, and I also need to rest when guided, but I am creating this with the divine, with source, with spirit, like I'm in alignment and I'm flowing with it rather than trying to force or control the flow. And that's where the shift is happening. You also have crown portal, divinity, unity, separation. Look, you literally have 5 8s on the table, and then you have another 8. You have 6 8s. So it's like all your hard work will pay off. And I feel for many of you, it will pay off in tremendous career success and abundance and whatever your field is. But there's a sense here of, again, it's like you've been plowing away and you've been, putting in that, I just heard the hard yards or the effort. And it's like, even if there is a little bit of energy that could serve as a block or a barrier that you're working through now, it's like you've been intending, manifesting, and it's like when those floodgates open, everything flows in. Like it's like you manifest something greater than you even thought you would because of how much effort went in behind the scenes. But now is the time to kind of allow things to flow. 8 of Coins, alchemy, the frequency of alchemy. Didn't I say something about alchemist before? Yeah, like you master self to become the alchemist, or you master your energy field to become the alchemist. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. You are the alchemist. You may want to read The Alchemist or read it again. That this is confirmation, and that's what you're doing. It's like you're mastering the art of how to transform yourself to become the energetic embodiment of this big dream or of great abundance, great success. Yeah, how to bring your vision and give it life. And it's like you may be realizing or recognizing more deeply that I must transform myself. It's not just, bring the vision into form by focusing on the vision or anything outside of you. It's about transforming your inner state of consciousness so that it is an energetic match for the vision, right? And I feel like, again, you've already done a lot of work on yourself, and you may be thinking, I've already done all this shadow work, or I've already done that. And that's why they're saying patience, because I feel for some of you, this could be like your last run around with that shadow or with some denser or darker. And when I say darker, I mean like fear-based, right? Egoic conditioning. This may be like this final time before your big breakthrough, because I'm hearing there is going to be a breakthrough here in the future coming up, where like everything floods in at once. It's like you've mastered yourself, or you've mastered your energy and vibration to such a level that it manifests as great success. I mentioned The Alchemist, but you may want to read the success story of Paulo Coelho, because from memory, like he had his book published once and it wasn't successful. And then his agent kept trying, and, it took several years, and then a publisher agreed. And I don't know, he's one of the best selling authors of all time. Like his success was huge, right? But it's kind of like not giving up before that breakthrough, essentially. Divine Feminine. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Yeah, it's understanding as well. Like, it reminds me of the quote from The Alchemist, when you have a dream, the whole universe conspires. I don't know the exact quote. It's something about the universe conspires to create it or make it happen or something along those lines. And it's like going from feeling like I have to make this happen to the universe is flowing and working with me to make this happen, because any resistance or blocks you held internally or subconsciously have now been, I just heard, demolished or transmuted, right? You've transmuted any inner blocks, which means the outer blocks are also transmuted. Yeah, so that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. Okay, so for this group, like there's some sort of breakthrough here where like there's so much beauty in these cards. There's so much beauty around you or coming in for you, especially, I just heard spiritual potency. And I do think this ties into the energy you are practicing, the presence that you have cultivated within yourself. I feel like group 4, like this is my group of like sages, ascended masters, like very evolved energy here. And it's like your healing work or your spiritual path is reaching a place of culmination where everything comes together. Not just spiritually, but it will be reflected in the physical world. Like, look at your cards. You have the 9 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, Queen of Wands, 6 of Wands, like just beautiful energy. The only potential downfall here with this 9 of Swords is getting lost in the mind or being slightly ungrounded through this transition, because I feel for this group, you've reached a level of spiritual and energetic potency that it's about to overflow into the physical world, where the external world is about to meet you where you're at. Now that could mean like you're literally meeting a really beautiful connection or people, like a community. I'm seeing soulmate, soul tribe energy, because with this 9 of Coins, it's like you are cultivating these pentacles on your own. You are going through this process of developing self, mastering self, change, transformation, healing. And it's like now the right people are coming to join and support you in this process. And you could be going through a transition of like hermit energy or solitude into union, into connection. And that's part of what's happening here as well. But I just get this really beautiful energy of, you know, things coming together for you. Yeah, like it, but in a really powerful way. I keep hearing though, there is a need to ground yourself. There could be a lot coming up mentally. Like I'm getting like there may be a level of fear with the amount of success or love or abundance that flows toward you. And because it's like 9 of Cups, this isn't just one wish coming true is what I'm hearing. Like I'm seeing success, abundance, I'm seeing connection, community, soul tribe, soulmate. I see fulfillment and complete confidence in yourself, but it's a product of all the work you've done previously. With this smoking quartz, I'm hearing you've definitely been purified, or you've been through the fire, metaphorically speaking. You're the phoenix, and the phoenix is now rising. It may be unusual as well getting used to people's reaction to you, because you may find people, if you've dealt with really challenging either connections or lessons that come in the form of other people, it's like the way people are acting towards you now could either baffle you or you just may not be used to it. Because in this new cycle, I see like tons of people may just be really magnetized to your energy. You have 999. Again, you've closed out a massive cycle and you're stepping into this new energy. But I do feel like an energy of being patient with yourself as you kind of step into this. It may also be a transition where, do you know when you're really comfortable in your own space and just being on your own or being in meditation and self-reflection, and then all of a sudden like you have a really, you know, a beautiful partnership, but it's like you don't have as much solitude, or there's a lot of people vying for your attention and your energy, you know, in even just friendships, or it could be like
clients or co-workers. They're just a lot of people that are going to want to be around you, and you could have really identified with almost like a hermit energy or a sage, where you're kind of like used to being with spirit, being with source, and you will still have that, but there could be a balancing act where there's a lot happening in the physical. This could also be being bombarded with, for example, like opportunity, abundance, finances, and you find yourself with a lot less time. There's just a lot, like they're blessings that are coming in, but there could be a transition, or it could be a little overwhelming, the amount of energy coming in. You have community, healing, division, teamwork, freedom above the Nine of Pentacles. I do feel for this group, you are free spirits, or you may really like your freedom, your space. But again, your community and your soul tribe are here. And for some of you, a union, if that's what you're seeking. But there's just this sense of adjusting or making your frequency more comfortable with people. Like for some of you, you could just be an introvert, or you may be someone that really likes your space, and there's just like a lot of energy. And yes, you'll still have space, but again, transition I'm hearing. We have diamond ray, diamond light body, high frequency activations, planetary grid work. Again, your vibration has risen to such a level that it's like, I'm hearing it's calling out to like-minded souls and energies. It's like that aura around you, that frequency is so potent that I don't know how to explain it. It's like everything is just, not everything. Like I do feel overwhelmingly, these are really positive, high vibrational connections, opportunities, abundance. Again, there may still be at times, toxicity or energies that you don't want to open the door to, but I just keep getting it's because your vibration has risen so drastically. You have expression above the Nine of Cups, authentic expression, words are powerful, truth. From living your truth or through something you express, like you could write something or have a career that involves communication that is bringing you a lot of success, but wish fulfillment, right? A lot of abundance. It could bring you a lot of recognition. So what I'm describing, like for example, this could be the energy of posting something on social media and going viral or having it blow up. This could be writing a book and, millions read it. It's whatever's coming toward you. It's a lot, but in a beautiful way, but the mind could become fearful, right? I feel for this group, you're very tapped into spirit, and I feel like you have a gift or several gifts in the realm of like expression, creativity, spirituality that you can generate a lot of abundance from. But part of why you're so successful is your frequency. There's something about your frequency or the energy that you've stepped into that is so potent and so powerful. Like I just keep hearing like people are just so drawn to you. And they could be drawn to you from all around the world. That's why it could be like going global or having a level of success, like international success. It could be something you're doing online, because we have community here as well, but it's like I see you connecting with people all over the world, or it could be like a business where you have clients. I just see around the world, like just a lot of success coming in. Yeah, you have Two of Wands, balancing, right? What did I say about grounding? Grounding and balancing the mind with this air element. We have stabilization, physical integration, mental clearing. Yeah, I was saying there's something around the mind, like either watching overthinking or clearing the mind in some way and really embodying this in the physical. Because it's like the more you bring this light onto the earth, the more you ground it in, the more present you are, the more strength this energy has, the more others can feel it as well. You have wisdom here, psychic, intuition, truth. Look, you have truth and then you have truth. I feel like all of this is coming because you stayed true to your truth. You stayed authentic in regards to what matters to you, what you feel, who you are. And it's like people are really drawn to that authenticity. I also feel, again, some of you are definitely like spiritually, psychically gifted. You have a lot of downloads. Some of you could be channels, but you have really profound intuition, very strong connection with source. And that may kind of feed into what you're expressing or what you're creating in some way. It's like creating with or through the divine. You may have had to spend many years either working on you, well, definitely working on yourself or connecting with source, but also like working on an idea or a project or a skill or talent you have, and it's like now it's blooming. Sacral portal, creativity, intimacy, inhibition. The Queen of Wands, I see you becoming, or you're asked to be more comfortable with the spotlight. Again, I feel like you're someone that could have practiced something or was working on something either behind the scenes or just, you know, I'm hearing like in the shadows on your own, like perhaps people weren't aware of what you were working upon. And it's like, there's going to come a point where it starts to flow out into the physical and you are recognized, and you're recognized and seen for I'm hearing who you've always been deep down and authentically, but maybe there were people around you that either weren't at that level or they couldn't, you know, like they weren't fully able to understand it. So there could have been judgments or apprehension about who you really were or what you were doing, what you were creating. And it's like you're going to have a lot more people around you who recognize your brilliance, it's like some of them want a piece of your energy. There's something about your energy that's really, that lights other people up, I want to say. And it's like they could be drawn to you for that exact reason. That they love, it's like you illuminate them or you illuminate their energy. And that creates a level of inspiration for them and in their life. But again, use your discernment in terms of who you're opening the door for, what feels right and what doesn't. But I just feel overwhelmingly, you're just about to be bombarded, I feel, with what's coming towards you is everything. Like everything you've ever kind of wanted, not from an egoic place, but in terms of, I'm seeing like abundance, recognition, for some of you, a level of fame, if that resonates, community, like everything that you've established inside of yourself and your consciousness is going to be reflected in the physical world. And it's confirmation. And definitely those of you who resonate with being like creatives, artists, having something you want to share or communicate in the physical world, I definitely see a lot of success coming in for you. And I'm hearing victory. It's like you made it, but it's like you may be at a vibrational energy now where it doesn't even matter to you. It's like you're so kind of evolved and ascended. It's like you may not even be that fixated on the material or physical world. Like, yeah, it's nice. You can enjoy these experiences or pleasures, but it's like you don't need them is what I'm hearing. You don't feel like, oh, I have to have that, or if I don't have this situation or this person or whatever it is coming toward me, then I won't be okay. Like, you know, you're okay either way. And it's like your sense of self and well-being is not dependent on, you know, what's happening in the world around you. You've mastered yourself energetically, spiritually, emotionally. You may be seeing repeating sevens as well, because we have 7 here with the crown chakra. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. You may be with mental clearing and 9 of swords and transmuting negative energy. You may be transmuting or working with the violet flame to transmute certain mental patterns or thought patterns that are, I'm hearing, based on fear, that really helps you kind of fully embrace and step into this energy coming towards you and enables you to kind of, I want to say, ascend or lift your frequency. And when I say your vibration is already super high here, but again, there could be a little bit of mental energy tethering you, or that's intimidated by everything that's coming towards you. Because I do feel like this overflow of, you know, success, abundance, attention, just even though it's super positive, again, it could create a little bit of fear. We have realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. See, you've succeeded at becoming your highest self. You have succeeded at becoming your highest expression. You are aligned to your highest timeline. And again, we see truth, right? Our heart-centered truth. There's something about you staying firm with your truth, your desires, your vision, who you knew yourself to be, what you knew the truth was spiritually, regardless of what was being reflected around you in the physical world, that is creating this opening or this doorway to greater abundance, greater success, that all of this is coming in because, and I keep hearing there's a message around your authenticity. Your authenticity, I feel, and how bright you are shining as your highest expression of self is what is drawing all of this to you energetically. It's like just extreme magnetism. But you do see that in souls that are highly developed, that have reached or attained a level of spiritual mastery where it's like people, it's like people like being captivated by your light. There's something around you, how you radiate. Could even be your voice for some of you. I'm hearing voice, expression. There's something about that people just can't get enough of. Again, you still need to create boundaries and use your discernment in terms of who you engage with. But overall, this is such a beautiful and powerful energy. And I feel like it's like, congratulations for the work you did, because you're the one who mastered yourself, your energy, and came into complete alignment with your highest version and your highest timeline. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.